What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. It is 1:46 p.m. on Friday. This is going to be tough to edit. I am filming two videos at the same time, so all the clips are in between each other. The video that will release next week that I wanted to do yesterday, but I can't. Don't want to give away my sources just yet on this. But anyways, so I'm filming both of those at the same time. I am waiting right now for stuff. You'll understand when you watch the next video. Anyways, I'm at Goodwill while I kill some time down in Appleton. This Goodwill has officially gone crazy on their prices. Let's start with this Sony 7.2 megapixel camera, no battery or charger, 20 bucks. Let's continue down the line. What else did I see? The Motorola walkie-talkies, also 20. Continuing over there, this really old camera, 20. And moving up, 20 on this camera. Look at this, 20 for a regular DVD player, just a DVD player. 25 for a VCR DVD combo, 20 for these just basic DVD players. This is just getting kind of crazy here. This one too, 20 bucks for a Roku. The store is usually high, but nothing ridiculous like that. Look at this, $12.99 for an Emerson VCR. They're just, but I did find some stuff. $7.99 for this. I have no clue what it is. I think it's for fly fishing or something. Thought that's what it said. Might be RC. Anyways, should get about 75, 80 bucks for it. Whoops, $6 for this graphing calculator. Should be a quick 20. This Polaroid camera, $4. Should get about 20, 25 bucks. $4 for this Panasonic pencil sharpener. I haven't sold one of these in a while, but I used to be able to get about 30 bucks for them. Where's the price on this? $2.99 for this router. Should be a good 20. $4.99 for this game system. Should be about 25. And I still have to look this up, but vintage Sony headset, $6. So looked it up. Two of them sold for about 25, 30. One for about 75. So I'll grab it. $6. A couple more good finds. We had this Disney TV game, the Miss Pac-Man one. It looks like it's wireless. Quite possibly the best find here, though, is this, and I'm going to get a lot of crap for this because I can never remember how to pronounce it. Manfrotto tripod. This one is serious business. It is, the top says 3130, and the tripod itself 3228W. This is a really heavy duty one, really fancy one. Could not find this exact same one, but it looks like some similar ones are going for like $150 to $250 used. So oh, and the price, 10 bucks. All right, it is 9 a.m. We are heading down to Milwaukee. So it's another day. I'm back in Milwaukee at Goodwill at Grafton right now. Shelves are a little empty right now. Like, not even that there's not a lot of stuff, they just seem empty, but I'm still getting some good finds. I wonder if bowling shoes are worth anything. I'm gonna look these up. So here's what I got. $1.99 a 5-pack of brand new tapes. I don't know what those are worth, should do all right on them. Get another one of these, I always do well with these. $4, should get about 30. I've got this Logitech webcam, always look these up. $1.99, should get about 15 bucks for it. I got two original Xbox controllers. You know what? These are both missing the breakaway cable. I'm gonna put these back. Always make sure it has the breakaway cable which connects to the system. So, well, $1.99 each. I'm gonna think about these. Additionally, I've got a whole bunch of these DVD Rs, RW, RDL. Those are RWs. $2.99 and $1.99 each. I should do all right on those. I got a Polaroid camera. I didn't even look at the price on this. $2.99, should get about 25 for it. This was interesting. So I didn't even look this up. I opened it up to see what it was. There's an Apple one in there. That cord alone is going to be worth the $7 price. Might be able to sell the router or the modem for something. And this is a microphone receiver. $4.99. Could not find any solds on this, but active listings are between 50 and about 125. So these, I was gonna grab them. They seem to be like 30 bucks or so, 20 to 30, but they want 13 for them, so I'm gonna pass. A vase full of foreign money, probably worth about 30 or 40 bucks maybe. What? Interesting how one of these is on the shelf for like 3 or 4 bucks and it's 15 in the case. Found a few more things here. This TI-83 Plus, 5 bucks. No lid, but I've got a few of those laying around. Should be able to get about 25 to 50 for that. I don't even know what that's going for now. This is brand new, $6.99. Should be able to get about 25, 30 for that. This, prices are all over the board. It looks brand new. I haven't really opened the box, so I suppose we can do that. See what it looks like inside. It still has the protective film though. So these are selling new anywhere from 30 to 65. I'm gonna fix that in a minute. And then this vacuum, Corvette by Eureka, $6.99. This is brand new old stock. I think I could probably get 50 bucks for this. Shout out to Flippin' Junk on YouTube. He found a whole bunch of this Rockin' Box stuff. This one's 99 cents. Should be able to get about 20 bucks for it. He found a whole bunch of this, and that's what made me aware that this is a thing. So look for this brand, Rockin' Box. 2 more finds. We've got a Furby for $2.99. Should be able to get about 20 to 30. And for $1.99, get another original Xbox controller. And it has the breakaway cable. Finding some good brands here. This Wusthof knife block. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be going for much, like 20 bucks shipped. So I'm gonna hold off on that. Then I found this. I'm not even gonna say the brand because I always say it wrong. Car rack system, they want 20. I'm thinking I'll buy it. It seems to be going for about 40 bucks or so. So Mrs. Rabbit here found some all-clad spoons. These are probably worth about $20 each if they're new. Might be able to put them in a set and make a few bucks. Holy crap. Anyways, we are at the next Goodwill, the one on Palmer, next to the Popeyes, with bulletproof glass in the drive-thru like you're going through the bank. I usually do all right here. Let's see what we find. Found a couple more items. We've got this Olympus Stylus Epic Zoom 170 film camera. Should get about $30 to $40 for it. We've got this Sony Psych CD player, a Dream Machine. Should get about 30. We've got this. They want 5. There's no charger, but I've got a couple of these at the warehouse. Should get about 25 bucks for that. And we've got, it's 5 bucks is a little more than I wanted to spend. But we've got the Wii Remote with the Motion Plus adapter. You know, on second thought, no, that is the OEM Motion Plus adapter. I think I could probably get 15 for that. Couple more items. We've got this Canon ink set for $1.99. Canon does not expire, so there's no worry about expiration dates. Should be able to get 25 to 30 bucks for that. And an Olympus voice recorder. I didn't even look these up. These are always worth buying. $6.99. Should get anywhere from 20 to 40, probably close to the 20 mark. Another find here. Here's something to look for. Old disc storage. This one, they want $2.99. And it's brand new. I looked inside, it's brand new. Includes the key, the dividers, holds 100 discs right there. It's for the old 5 1/4 discs. This should go for about 40 bucks, I think. There was one comp that sold, but a few active. Most of them hold 60, so this being the fact that it holds 100, I think it's gonna go for a little more. At the Goodwill near campus, parking is not fun here. There's like 8 spots. So here I found this PS3 controller, but these are really chewed up and we get some damage there, so I'm gonna put this back. But it would have been a good deal. We've also got this Sony Discman. Should get about 20, 30 for it. We got these Motorola Talkabouts. They seem to be going for about 35, 40 for the set, but they each have a price tag. So I'm not sure if that's for the set or not. We got an old graphing calculator, TI-81. $4.99. Should do all right with that. and a Craftsman battery charger. This is the same one that I have. It's for the 19.2 volt. Oh, looks like you can put other ones in there too. Either way, should get, I would assume, at least 30 bucks. I also found a Polaroid camera right next to that, but it's got some damage on the plastic. So at this store, I found this 3D Blu-ray player. It is 10. Seems to be going for about 40. I've got this phone here, GE Loud and Clear, $4. I think I can get about 30 for it. 3 for this Wii game. It is new. I should be able to get about 10-ish. And then I didn't look this up. I used to be able to get like 50 bucks a piece for these. So for this particular model, and they want 3. I also got an umbrella because it is pouring rain outside and I smell like wet dog. So it is Monday morning, about 7 a.m. I'm at my house. Oh, it's been a busy week, and I've got another busy week coming up. So if you don't know, eBay isn't the only thing that I do. I have an actual brick and mortar business that we're working on a big deal this week, which is going to have me pretty busy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue with the daily videos through this week. Also, that deal that I was working on that I mentioned last week was supposed to have a video for you this morning. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Wasn't able to get it done in time. I will get it up when I can. I'm going to be busy with a little bit more of that this week. I'm not even going to give you a time frame because, well, I tried that twice now and it still, didn't happen. So anyways, really busy week between the deal that I'm working on that I'm going to show you and then another deal that I'm working on for my actual brick and mortar business, which I don't really do any of that on YouTube, is going to keep me really busy this week. So the last thrift stores that you saw were just kind of killing time in Appleton and Milwaukee on that deal that I was working on. And I keep saying deal a lot. You ever say a word too many times and it doesn't sound like a real word anymore? Deal, 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 deal. Anyways, it just doesn't sound like a real word. So I was killing time in Milwaukee yesterday, which was Sunday, and then again in Appleton Friday, I think? Thursday? No, it couldn't have been Thursday. I don't know. Whatever day that was. I took Saturday off, had to work Sunday to get this done, and this is going to be a busy week, so I will try to get you some videos. In the meantime, as of now, we've got 17 orders over the weekend that will be going out that I'll be showing you later on. I'm going to head to the warehouse and get some listing done. So the other day I bought this camera. This lens was on it. I spent 20 bucks, and I think I can get probably about 60 or so for it. There is one problem. You see that damage to it? Kind of hard to show up on camera, but right here it's dented in. Now this is not on the lens, this is a filter, which for those of you who aren't camera people, is essentially a piece of glass that goes over it that can either protect the lens or it can create special effects like a haze filter or something. This one is just a UV filter. Filters don't really add any value to it. In most cases, I mean, there are some filters that are worth a lot. A UV filter isn't going to add any value to it, and obviously with that damage, we don't want to sell it. So I've got some tips on trying to get it off. First thing you want to do is just try and brute force, but you want to make sure you hold this part because you don't want, see how that will, when you rotate it, it expands out. You don't want to damage any mechanisms in there. One thing I recommend, you see how it says AF and MF there, switch it to manual focus, MF. Because now it's no longer attached to the motor. This is the only thing that turns it. Whereas if you're in AF, it's actually the mechanism on the camera runs a motor in here that turns it. So if you switch to manual focus, you're less likely to do damage there. And then you just apply force to it. And this one's really on there. So the next thing I'm going to do, you can see because it's dented, camera people are going to start cringing at this. I'm going to take a pair of pliers and just try to straighten it out. Because it's just deformed, which is why it's not coming off. Next trick. Oh, people are going to cringe with this. I'm going to put a pair of pliers. Now I'm going to hold it up here. That way this doesn't turn while I do it. I'm going to put a pair of pliers on it. And I'm going to try and use force to make it turn. there goes my phone. So let's see if that got it at all. It did not. So that is not getting it at all. We've got one more option before we really piss off the camera people. So your next option is to grab a pair of pliers that wraps around this to turn it. Unfortunately, I don't have a pair big enough. So this method is going to make a lot of people cringe. It's a last resort. If you can't get this off, now mind you, you are risking severely damaging this lens to the point where it is worthless. But you want to break this glass. This glass on the filter is what's kind of keeping the outer part of this metal ring rigid. If you break that glass, suddenly it's going to be much more bendy and you're able to turn it. Of course, if you break the glass, it's very easy to scratch the lens. And if you scratch the lens, it's worthless. So what we're going to do first thing to try and break it is just take the pliers and twist on that and hope it puts enough force on, and there goes a piece of metal, on the glass to break it without actually slamming through. And it's not wanting to do it. It takes a little bit of finesse. You know, we might be able to bend this enough just to drop the piece of glass out. People who are photographers are probably really cringing at this right now because you never do this to a lens. But sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. So we're actually able to get under the glass here, but only on that part. Obviously, we're going to do this all the way around to be able to get anywhere with it. Now, it's important to make sure I am just on the filter. I don't have the pliers touching the lens at all. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of bending it. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera. See that little lip that wraps around over the glass? What I'm doing is just taking the pliers and putting it right on there to bend it up. My hope is that I'll be able to just pull this piece of glass off, and then the rest of the housing around the filter will come off pretty easily. I've had instances where I had to just smash it and hope I don't damage the lens itself. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Again, I am in manual focus. That way, if I do twist this a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. Alright, I think couple of spots here. I think I've just about got it. You can hear it's loose. Let me see if I can pry it off. Being very careful not to go through and actually touch the glass on the lens itself. We're still caught on a few spots, it feels like. There we go. It just drops right out. So this is only the first step of the battle. We can throw that away. We still have this ugly thing all messed up. But now, with that off, there we go. A little finagling, a little finesse. Almost. There we go. It's not pretty, but it came off. And the last thing, you want to make sure you didn't damage the threads at all on the end here. And I'm looking, and I don't see any damage. If you've got another filter, I might have another one on another lens. You can try to stick it on here. So just like that, we're good to go. And now this is a sellable item. Now, we'll get this back on here. We're going to test one more thing. I'm going to put some batteries in here and test the autofocus. Flip it back to autofocus just to make sure it still does its thing. So I've got a lot of weekend orders on eBay, so I am going to start pulling them early, a lot earlier than I normally do, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to ship them. There's like 18 or 20 orders. First sale of the day is this Sensaphone 400. This is an alarm receiver. I bought this just the other day in Milwaukee for, I think, $2.99 or $4.99, somewhere in that range. It was cheap. I got $80 for it. Now, I actually sold this on Thursday or Friday, but it was just paid for this morning, like within the past 30 minutes. I had to open an unpaid item case, and they paid it right away. Now, we've got this LG K20. It's got a shattered screen and a bad ESN, at least according to the listing, and you can kind of see the screen. I typically don't deal with phones, so I probably found this in a storage unit. I doubt that I actually bought it somewhere. I did include a charger for it. Don't know if that was with it. Took an offer $25, and it's been a while because I don't remember listing that. Next, we've got, open right up to it, a Notre Dame Fighting Irish jersey. It's brand new. It's even got a Marshall's tag on it. That is not where I bought it. There's all the official tags. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you might remember maybe a year ago, I bought a storage unit, and in it there was a TV, there was a Sony sound bar or sound system of some sort. There was a whole bunch of Loot Crate boxes, a whole bunch of drugs, and this was in it. I don't know if I even showed it on the video because I didn't really do an unboxing. Maybe I did do an unboxing. I don't remember. Anyways, this came out of a storage unit, took an offer for $20. Now, we sold another one of these little scanners. That would be this one, the 800N. And I got $29.99 for it. Next, I sold this media remote here. A lot of older items, stuff that's been in stock for a while, selling today. Again, I have no clue where this came from. I honestly have no idea. There's no sticker residue, so either if I got it from a thrift store, the sticker came off really well. Garage Flips actually has a theory that if you touch something, it's gonna sell. And I just moved that the other day because I wanted to put it with the other remotes. So, that bearing in mind, I'm hoping this helps sell stuff. So if you see a lot of stuff sell from that shelf, you know why. By the way, that sold for $19.99. The next order is hiding on me. There it is. This guy here sold to a viewer for $25. I bought this, I think, in Appleton within the past couple of weeks. This is kind of cool. It is actually a projector. That lens projects the image down when you're reviewing, and you can like do basic photo editing. This little pinhole on the top is the actual camera. It's kind of neat. I got $25 for it from a viewer named, hold on, wait for it, that doesn't show me the name. A viewer named Daniel. So Daniel, I certainly appreciate your purchase. Helps support the channel. It means a lot, it really does. So moving on to the next order. Oh, and Daniel says, can't wait for today's video. And this would have been over the weekend, so there wasn't any videos this weekend, unfortunately. Another item from the Amazon pallets from last summer. Sold 2 of these external ringers for phones. I got a total of $39.98. That's what it looks like. I'm trying to avoid showing usernames. So these were a fluke. That's the only printing on the box. Nothing. It's just a plain white box otherwise. I was just going to throw them in the dollar sale, but I figured no one's going to buy these. There were none sold when I looked them up, but there was one person had it listed for like $25, so that's how I listed it. Over time, dropped the price to, what was that, $18.99, something like that. And they sell in bunches. I don't think I've ever sold a single unit. It's always been, like in this case, a lot of 2. I even sold a lot of 9 once. Although I did take an offer, so they went a little cheaper, but hey, I'm happy selling these. Next, we've got this Sony boombox, sold for $30. I am excited to ship this one. Not so much excited, but the core, or the antenna, just sinks right into the thing. Usually I worry about those getting damaged when I ship them. And I got $30 for that. Next, we've got another one of these scanners. Sold for probably the same amount. I would assume. Let's go check. This sold for $37.99. And I need a USB cable. That's packaged a little differently, but it's still a USB cable, so we'll throw that in. Now we've got this computer mouse. This is an old mouse, almost guaranteed to be bought by a collector because it is factory sealed. I bought this for $2 the other day at Goodwill in Milwaukee. Took an offer, sold it for $20. Here is a bad buy, but I'm not going to lose money. I sold this, not this one. This Packers Super Bowl hat still has the tags from 1997. I got $15 shipped for this. I bought these, I don't think I spent more than $4 for both of them. This one, and there goes that. This one still has the sticker, but no tags. I bought them because I bought one a while ago, a couple years ago for my collection, and I spent like 25 bucks on it. So I figured $4 or so, $3-4 for both. Can't go wrong. Well, as it turns out, Aaron Rodgers is terrible and dropped the value on Packer stuff. So 15 bucks, I should at least make my money back. Next, I sold this Armadillo Jenga bag. That is not how you pronounce it, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. So Armadillo Jenga. I got this. It was a throw-in from a viewer that I purchased a bunch of stuff from in Milwaukee. It sold for 10 bucks. Next, I thought this was pretty neat. So these are clear for people in jail. So, they can see that they don't hide contraband in it. It even has a number engraved into it. Probably the inmate's ID number. This is made by Sony, though. Usually when I see this stuff, it's some off-brand. This is made by Sony. Likely being purchased by a collector, but you never know. I got $59.99 for this, and I found it in a storage unit that I recently purchased. I sold a pair of these Walker's earmuffs. These are unique. At least I think they are. I don't really ever have a need for earmuffs. But you put a couple of batteries in it, and then there's that little volume knob. It will actually allow you to raise or lower the volume of the sound around you. So you can wear them while people are talking. And it does work, tested both ears. Got $34.99 for this. I bought it for $8 at Goodwill. I actually bought a second pair. There were 2 pairs there for $8 each. I sold this bag of Lion King McDonald's or Burger King toys. I got these for free, and I was just going to toss them. But I figured I'd throw them online. Took an offer for $12 from a viewer named Luke. And Luke asked me, he says, "Hi, I watch you on YouTube. I was wondering if you could sign the bottom of one of the figures. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work." I will try. It's not going to look pretty because there really isn't. This is probably the best one to do, and there is not really a flat surface there. I will try my best to sign this. Let's see how it looks. So rather than signing this one, I found out his legs pull open, so that unfortunately doesn't look great, but that's the best I can do on this particular item. So Luke, I appreciate your purchase. It means the world to me that you buy from me. So I hope you enjoy these figures and the signature. They're going out today. Next is this Panasonic camcorder battery. It is brand new. I listed them what I thought was high, 25 bucks, because I can use these. In fact, I've already used one on a Panasonic camcorder. I got these in a bulk deal from a viewer in Milwaukee. I bought a bunch of his stuff for $600. Well, the first one of these sold $24.99. Let's find a remote. Remotes are always something good to look for. Here we go, right here. I always look for audio system remotes because those tend to do the best. Also, with the value of VCRs, look for VCR remotes. TV remotes can be hit or miss, typically miss. But also look for weird stuff, like this goes to a toy, I think to a dinosaur or something. This one has a whole bunch of features. Pioneer, so probably for an audio system. This one's for a printer. I don't know if this will ever sell. It's been in stock forever, but you never know. It's still new. Here's one that's been in stock forever. It has a screen. That's the type of thing you want to look for. This one, because I don't have the cradle or the receiver or something, it's not really moving. Anyways, this one sold $9.99, and I usually get remotes pretty cheap. Unless it's something special, I don't pay much for them. And lastly, I sold a Kohler part. So let's dig into box 1, which is on the bottom here. This is not it. This is probably it. Polished chrome stopper assembly. This is a drain stopper to plug your sink. And it sold for $25.15. So that is all 18 sales. I did just accept 2 offers, so those might get paid for soon. So I will keep you updated if we have any more sales today until, I go home. Then obviously you're gonna get those tomorrow. By the way, all 18 sales, $521 before fees or shipping. So, I had to stop at a gas station for a beverage. The Sony radio, that actually is going to a correctional institute. So I don't know how that works, if they can receive it or not. It has an inmate number, it has a P.O. box, and it's addressed to something correctional institute. I'm not going to say which one. But anyways, so there's that. I also had a couple more orders, but I want to point something out. Right now, it is 67 degrees. It is hot out. And Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is supposed to be a big snowstorm. So we're going from just about 70 degrees and sunny to 3 straight days of snow. That's Wisconsin for you. So if you remember a few days ago, I sold a Sears version of Simon to a viewer, and I just shipped it in a bubble mailer, and I asked him to comment on a video how it arrives. He said it's still in good shape, just a few scratches and a little dirty, the bubble mailer that is, from being handled by USPS. So that means they take pretty good care of that stuff. And, lighter weight items aren't going to be destroyed too much. So I must have made a mistake on a listing. If you remember, a few days ago, I sold a Tweety Bird sweatshirt. I listed this thing like a year ago, and apparently it's a kid's large, not an adult's large. So it sold for $10. And it sat in stock for a year before it sold, so I don't want the item back. So the buyer sent me a message. I'm just gonna refund them without return. It sat in stock forever. It's only a few bucks. I'm not even gonna worry about it. That happens from time to time. Sometimes you make mistakes, and sometimes you just refund without return. Just part of the business. All right, so as I said before, we've got a few more eBay sales. Let's go dig those out so we can get those shipped out. All right, we've got somewhere over here. I think this is it. Here we go. These two, slightly different packaging, but they're both the exact same thing. Got $10.99 for these. I believe I paid $1 for one and 50 cents for the other. It might have been $0.25 for the other. It was from that thrift store that sells stuff really cheap. Next, we've got, you'll remember this. Over here, this goes to a Hoover vacuum. It is the battery and the charger. I sold this for $34. I paid, I think, $12 in Milwaukee the other day. Now, I actually got the vacuum that goes with this, and it's missing a battery and a charger. It was a throw-in on that deal from a viewer. Unfortunately, it made more sense to sell this by itself and then just dump the vacuum in a local auction or something. It's not really going for much more together, but it's going to cost a lot more to ship. This set of walkie-talkies, it's 4 radios, but only 1 base, so only 2 of them can be charged at a time. I bought this ages ago, and it sat in the death pile because I didn't feel like listing it. I listed it recently, got $25 for the set. Well, I think this video's gone on long enough. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment if you have any questions. I'm usually pretty good at getting to most of them. And link below for my eBay if you want to buy some crap. I've got lots of crap. See you tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. See you soon.